In the world of professional football, there exists tons of tactical maneuvers to outplay opponents. From one-off solo dribbles to systematic executions, all plays on the pitch are built upon a solid foundation of simple tactics conceived with unimaginable precision and speed. From the most complex positional play to the most irrational relationism, they are all built by the same set of tactical understanding, all of which derives themselves from. No matter how simple and complex every single tactic is based on the pass, and yet, despite everything, some people still can't seem to pass the ball, either because they never spend time to master it, or because of their ego.
Just pass the ball. We are not messing. No one is messing. Pass the ball.
Or the pass to achieve more value than just to pass to a nearby teammate, the run is the next fundamental tactic in football. To break defensive lines with a run, it doesn't matter if you get the ball or become a decoy for another player. A good run is one of the most effective tactics in all of football at every level of play. Overlooked by many top teams across Europe, the clearance is a tactic that every defender back in the 2000s had in their locker. Retain possession, but more often than not, the other team will get the ball. One of the simplest cooperation tactics that you will ever learn in football, the 1-2, is a simple pass-move-pass tactic that is at the same time one of the most effective and efficient tactics to beat a defender. Doesn't matter who that defender is, he cannot guard two people who are a fair distance apart. Which is why when pro footballers do not have sufficient space, or is not isolated, this is often the only tactic they will try to move forward. When the player out wide makes a forward run, either receiving the ball with space in front of him to drive into or cross, or dragging a defender with him, opening up enough space for the player with possession to make a more dangerous play. Again, the essence of efficient football is you cannot defend a 2v1. It is often confusing to distinguish between the two, but an underlapping run is when the player out wide has possession. The player playing more central therefore makes the run forward, and in this case, you almost always want to pass the ball into space. Unless you see an opportunity to switch the play to the other side of the pitch, or you're just that guy and you can dribble the entire team. A fairly simple and effective tactic, the method that has produced the most goals from open play. The cross, whether high, low, slow or fast, relies on a decent delivery into a player inside the area from a player out wide. It could be at the goal line and cut back, or way behind the box and deliver a cross that curves away from the keeper. The third man is all about diverting attention. It usually consists of two people passing the ball to each other and a third player getting into space. The third man is not involved in the play until the final pass is made, making it more likely for him to be loosely marked by defenders. This can be used as an offensive maneuver or a brilliant way to retain possession out of a congested area. While technically still a pass, I feel like this deserves a spot for itself. The long diagonal is used when the team wants to quickly switch the point of attack, usually because of a counterattack that is outnumbered by the defense. If the counterattack outnumbers the defense, the players will often opt for more short passes, 1-2s, or run in behind. Truly one of the time-wasting techniques of all time, where usually a tall or physically strong player takes the ball to the corner flag and uses his body weight to keep opposition players from getting the ball. The technique is almost guaranteed to work, as when pressed by multiple players, one simply has to kick the ball to bounce off of the opposition. This tactic mitigates the risk of the opposition scoring a last-minute equalizer. While not glamorous, the throw-in is the most valuable set piece in a football match, culminating in over 10 times the amount of occurrences in comparison to all other set pieces added together. It was so effective when utilized correctly, to the point where Stoke City had their entire season's attacking options based on delapsed long throws throughout the 2008-2009 season. A more systematic approach to pressing the defensive backline as at the pro level. If one tries to press Busquets, one is going to be cooked. A more systematic approach is strategized, where instead of trying to obtain possession by direct pressing, the focus shifts to trying to cut off all passing options, suffocating the player who has possession. This is when the midfield reacts to a press on the backline by following the press at an angle, to relieve the pressure and provide a passing option, and to drive into space created behind them. Most notably referring to the space in between the corner flag and the goalpost. The half space is exploited by many teams mainly because there is no real way to defend it without committing one player too many. A curved run into space results in a dangerous position for a cross. Requiring an extremely coordinated and experienced backline, the offside trap, when pulled off correctly, cuts off the attack directly and regains possession. And with the usage of VAR more and more during matches, offside traps have become more and more popular. There is, however, a counter to every tactic. When a player, usually the striker, intentionally stays offside and waits for the play to progress, as the wingers run, he will be automatically ruled onside once he is behind the ball, thus creating dangerous situations where the striker has a head start against the back line. The player in the pocket is interesting because it depends on the precise position of the player. If they are in the lower half of a box created by defenders when they receive the ball, they have adequate space to make a turn with low risk. From there they can drive into space. If they are in the upper half of the box, they are most likely going to make a one-touch pass, incorporating the third man tactic, as pros will recognize this situation and provide an assistance run into space so that the box player can play a comfortable pass.